Not all cardio is created equal, not even close. The world's most respected health experts all agree that there is a superhuman form of cardio that is best for both fat loss and even living longer.
Zone 2 exercise.
Zone 2 cardio.
Zone 2 training is simply a heart rate training zone. If you have an Apple Watch or any heart rate monitor, you want to be somewhere around 120 to 140 on average for say a 20-minute cardio session, and there are a ton of different ways to achieve this, as you will soon see. But I haven't done 20 minutes of cardio in the last 6 months combined, and to be honest, I just feel out of shape and even sometimes sluggish. You can't be superhuman if your cardio sucks and you get exhausted literally just chasing your cats. So day after day, I pounded the pavement doing a Zone 2 cardio training session, and how my body looked and felt by just day 30 was shocking. Today is a day I find out just how bad my cardio is. I'm at Project Wellbeing in Las Vegas where some of the top athletes in the world train, and I'm here to take a VO2 max test. This is the world's most accurate test to measure your cardiovascular fitness, but there is a huge issue. I'm nervous as hell because I have not done cardio for over 6 months, and this test is hard. Every minute the treadmill goes faster and faster until I'm so exhausted I just can't run anymore. I'm about to be exposed on the internet for having terrible cardio, and I'm gonna see right after the test what percentile of cardio fitness I'm in for my age group. When I put on the mask, I was getting anxiety because I was finding it hard to breathe with it on, but it. This is how you become superhuman, by running towards the things we are scared of and don't want to do. And trust me, I did not want to do cardio until I collapsed today. But wherever I'm at, no matter how bad it is, I'm going to use it as motivation to push through this challenge and dominate it. So the test started off pretty easy. I was walking slow, then walking a little faster, then walking as fast as I could, and finally we're up to a light jog. But about 10 minutes into the test, it started to get extremely hard. But I was worried if I quit now, my VO2 max would be embarrassingly bad. But my legs and lungs literally couldn't go anymore, and I finally tapped out. Let's see what the VO2 max score was. So after the test, I was pretty surprised. The guy said my cardio wasn't bad and that 48.3 is above average. But I also paid these guys a lot of money to take the test. So just to be sure he wasn't bullshitting me, I went on Google to see what they say. Is a VO2 max of 48.3 good? So based on my age group in the 30 to 39 range, my VO2 max falls just below the 75th percentile, but still pretty far away from the 90th percentile. How the hell can I call myself a superhuman unless I'm at least the 90th percentile or higher? So I set a goal of reaching the 90th percentile of cardio for my age in just 30 days. If Zone 2 training is as great as my boy Andrew Huberman says it is, I'm thinking I'm gonna see some pretty crazy results with my cardio and body composition. And after hours of research on how to keep my heart rate in Zone 2, I got a few tricks up my sleeve for these workouts. I thought this is going to be a pretty straightforward challenge until I woke up on day 2 and this muscle in my lower legs was so incredibly sore. I went on Google and it said this muscle, it's called like my calves. I have never heard of calves before in my entire life, but apparently it's this muscle in your legs that really takes a pounding when you run. So the only Zone 2 workout I could do today was walking on an incline of about 15 to 20% for 15 minutes. But even after this, my so-called calves were so sore, I knew I needed to make an emergency visit to Adam, my PT for these challenges. I did a Zone 2 or a VO2 max test yesterday. I hadn't done cardio at all. So today I feel it a ton in my Achilles on both sides. Adam put me through a series of stretches and tests of my calf, and after investigating closer, he basically said my calves were completely and full of knots. As Adam aggressively rolled the knots and kinks out of my calves, I was starting to question if it was really realistic to do cardio every day if my calves are this already. My only hope of getting them to recover fast was shocking them, literally. Adam hooked me up to a dry needling shock machine. He places these tiny little dry needles in my calf muscle directly, then pulsates the calf muscle with his machine. And holy this hurt so bad. Oh. I can't believe my calves are this already and it's only day 2, but this therapy is supposed to massively speed up the healing process. Then just when I thought this challenge couldn't get any more painful, he even made me work out while being attached to this machine, which was a really weird experience, but I felt like my calves were actually starting to feel better. The first week of the challenge was pretty boring, foam rolling, stretching, and pretty much the only thing I could do was incline cardio at the gym, but walking is actually amazing for fat loss. In fact, I was keeping an average heart rate of around 125 to 130 by walking at an 18% incline at a a 4.0 speed. So you don't even need to go fast. You can challenge yourself by doing incline walking for 15 to 20 minutes. By day 7, my calves felt almost ready to increase the intensity and do some proper interval workouts, which are a zone 2 cheat code. But to be honest, I was still paranoid I was going to have a painful calf strain like I did on my last running challenge. So to be safe, I continued to do brisk walking for a few more days. Alright, time to stop being a During this challenge, there is one kind of workout I truly fell in love with, and it's my interval workouts. Combining different zones in a cardio session to get a mix of low intensity and high intensity, and to keep my heart rate elevated the entire session and on average in zone 2. I use a polar flow, which you can get on Amazon, to measure my workouts and to see how much more intense they get. I can track my average heart rate, distance traveled, percentage I'm in each zone, and of course my total calories burned each session. It even tracks my maximum miles per hour. Pretty sick data if you're a psychopath like me. So today's workout, I did a warm-up and brisk walk, then I did a light jog backwards up a hill because it's amazing for strengthening your knee tendons and calves, and it jacks up your heart rate quick as it's challenging. So I do a few sets of this, then I'd walk down the hill for a minute until my heart rate goes back down to around 120, then I'd jack it back up to around 140, 150 during the interval. Then I did step-ups, air squats, more walking, and I finished with a run home. It was a pretty moderate intensity session, but still my heart rate was about 120 on average, putting me in zone 2. It hasn't been all fun and games though. We have hit a brick wall. These are blue blockers, by the way. Very good for your eyes, highly recommend them. But I am so fatigued. It's Saturday, the Final Four's on, my cat's on me. So we're gonna rest up and do zone 2 cardio tomorrow. Sorry, treadmill. By day 13, I noticed I was starting to get leaner and even get my abs back. Remember, zone 2 is the perfect cardio for fat loss. So it's not surprising I'm already getting more ripped in just about 2 weeks of zone 2 training. I'm burning an extra 2,000 to 3,000 calories a week. That is equivalent to like 10 Krispy Kreme donuts, which I'm really craving right now after my most intense session of the challenge. By day 14, I started to feel like I could push even harder in the gym from all this cardio. And I wasn't getting as tired even on those intense sets on leg day, which have notoriously wrecked me. If you're like me, you're probably really concerned you might be losing muscle mass from doing a lot of cardio, so I started drinking Superhuman Intra before and during my zone 2 training, which is a max dose hydration, electrolyte, and amino acid formula containing 10 grams of all 9 essential amino acids your body needs. And it made a huge difference being able to push harder even on days it's hot out like today. Today, I just felt in the zone and even slightly athletic. I was pushing harder but not getting as tired, and my average heart rate was increasing each workout. And what's even crazier is I'm starting to actually enjoy zone 2 training, and this is coming from someone who absolutely hated cardio and thought it was boring just a few weeks ago. By the end of week 3, I was finishing much more intense cardio sessions, as evident by how much higher my average heart rate was for the 20-minute session. At the start, my average heart rate would be around 120, and I was actually pretty tired, but today we cranked up the intensity and I hit a 145 heart rate average by running, jump roping, and doing plyometrics. What I love about zone 2 is there is so many ways to achieve a zone 2 average during a cardio session. Remember, it's just a heart rate training zone, and there are so many fun ways to achieve it. You can even play sports like tennis, basketball, heck, even the missionary position, assuming you last longer than 30 seconds. At the end of week 3, we hit an even more intense session. Walking, jogging backwards up a hill, step-ups, even a few sprints to crank up the intensity and my average heart rate. And I hit a max run of almost 18 miles per hour. I was literally turning into a human cheetah from all this zone 2 training. Closing in around a week before I take the test again and put on that dreaded mask and run myself into a wall until I hit complete exhaustion, I knew it was in my best interest to push it and finish the challenge strong. The final day of the challenge, I was on vacation in Mexico with my beautiful wife, of course, and I had the most intense session of the entire challenge, burning 500 calories. And hopefully this Mexican tequila doesn't cause me to fail my VO2 max test when I get back in a few days. But for now, it's time to relax, let my beaten up legs recover, and hope for the best when I check back into Project Wellbeing in a few days. Time to see if all that cardio was worth it. I already know it's worth it. I'm way leaner, but it is test day. The VO2 max about 30 days ago was 48.3. We got up to 12.1 miles per hour on the treadmill, 171 heart rate before I cashed out. Let's see if I can beat it. As I laced up and stretched to prepare for my hamster torture session, I was getting butterflies. To be honest, I want to inspire you guys more than anything, and I feel like I'm in so much better shape than I was 30 days ago. But is it all in my head? If I don't improve my VO2 max today, I'm going to be extremely disappointed, and this challenge is going to feel like a complete failure. I did not do zone 2 cardio every day for a month to not see a drastic improvement. After talking with the staff at Project Wellbeing, I knew exactly what speed and VO2 max I was targeting. I need to at least get to above 50 to call this challenge a win. Shirt off, mask on, it's game day. The test always starts out easy. Then it all of a sudden feels like your lungs and legs just can't go anymore as the treadmill goes faster and faster. 8 miles per hour, 9 miles per hour, 11 miles per hour. Holy we were up to 13 miles per hour and I still wasn't quitting. We got up to 14 miles per hour. I pushed for another 30 seconds, but I just couldn't go anymore. I was completely tapped out. But despite feeling extremely exhausted, I was excited to see how my stats compared to my test just 30 days ago.
Look at that.
Oh, shit, we did it. Hell yeah. It's awesome.
I hit a VO2 max of 50.5. I did it. I just unlocked a longer life and a badge of honor that I am in good cardio shape despite skipping cardio for most of the last 10 years. So if you've been skipping cardio for years like me, there is good news. You can radically transform your cardio fast and it doesn't need to be boring. I'll be doing zone 2 training in my regimen to look and feel superhuman. While I may not do it every day, I think 4 to 5 days a week for 20 to 30 minutes is all I'll need to keep increasing my cardio levels and get in amazing shape. Remember, the key to health and longevity isn't big muscles, it's a big heart. And Zone 2 training helps you live longer, live better, and stay leaner. The best part is that it increases your energy expenditure, letting you have more room to enjoy your favorite foods and still stay lean. And if you missed my last challenge where I went bear mode for 30 days, you'll never hit a yoked and handsome PR. So go check that video out right now and subscribe. I'll see you next week.